What is going on today, guys? We finally have some new Diamond Dynasty news, and I'm super excited to make this video. And it's actually going to be a positive one, talking about Diamond Dynasty and MLB The Show 24. It's not been a lot of positive atmosphere in the room when it's been coming up to MLB The Show 24, but we finally got something positive. Super excited to talk about it. And I'm not going to waste your time. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. All right, hopping into this video, I'm just going to try and make it super short, sweet, to the point. But, you know, some people aren't going to see this. Some people don't have Twitter accounts, so this isn't going to be right in front of them. So I'm going to cover it for you here today in a video, and I'm going to give you my thoughts about it. So in this article, we can just read it from the top. Team Affinity expands to 3 chapters. So there's going to be 3 individual sets of 30 cards that are like a boss tier cards in each Team Affinity, which I am totally here for. I think that is a great way to do Team Affinity, because a lot of people were hating on it, like, just remove it. But if you're giving us 90 cards per season, which sets themselves are technically gone, but seasons are still here, and I will explain that as we get down through the list. But I think the way that they did it, we're going to have a positive outlook on this. But you get 90 total cards. That's going to be a lot of cards, and you can grind them out online. That was the big concern for a lot of players last year, is you couldn't do a lot of the online grinds, but you can still do them offline, which, I'm going to be honest, first night of the game, I'm going to be doing a lot of offline work, trying to get some of the Team Affinity cards, get some debuts out to you guys, telling you guys which cards you should go for, that kind of stuff. We're going to have you all covered on this channel. We're going to be doing it all no money spent, so if you would like to, consider subscribing to the channel. We're going to have a lot of fun MLB The Show content coming out on this channel, especially centered around what we can do without spending money, because I don't spend money on this game. But next up, we've got free cornerstone cards and starter packs. That'll be explained a little bit later. Fewer high tier 99 overalls. So they pretty much confirmed it at the lower you read into it in this little like dev blog, is that the live series and like the 2 cards leading up to the live series collection will be the 99s. That is it. So thankfully we're good there. We don't have to deal with 99s on day 1 again. The people who spend $2,000 to $3,000 on the first day of the game, yeah, they'll have some 99s, but it doesn't really affect us. All right. And next up, we've got free weekly packs in the show shop. You know, that just kind of is what it is. We've got more wild card slots. So they are doing a seasons model, but instead of only 1 wild card, you get 4. So that's at least a nice little considerable boost, especially with the way that they did this. And then more ways to earn and sell high tier cards. They fixed a lot of what we were talking about in the wish list, if you guys saw that video, of not being able to sell your high tier BR rewards, ranked rewards. If you're somebody who is completing the programs opposed to completing the actual grind of I'm a World Series player, you couldn't sell them. Now you can, so that's a nice little bonus. Love that. And then, like it says now, seasons are now 12 weeks long. Read below more for details on changes, And then it is contained with interval drops of 30 Team Affinity cards in each chapter of Team Affinity. Love that. You get a full content feature premiere March 14th at 3 p.m. That's good. You know, Pacific time, whatever that is for you. I'm in Central, so that's 12/1, something like that, I think. Oh God, I think. I'm not good with those time zones. But we're going to dig into this a little bit further. Seasonal Diamond Dynasty takes a refined approach to building your Diamond Dynasty team, featuring new cards released exclusively each season. It brings the familiar feeling of ascending from higher or lower to higher rated cards. That means we got our power creep back. It says while some of the highest rated season 1 cards will be 91 overall at launch, we expect most fans will work their way up by building and strategizing with silver and gold teams before reaching the high 90 overalls. So exactly what we wanted. A lot of us wanted. I know some people like the 99s. Not a huge portion of you did, but some of you did. But we are finally off of the 99s on day 1. So it's going to be more like 21, 22, but it is going to be with a seasons model. As you can see here, we've got a picture. You've got this little S1 in the top left. You've got, I don't know who this is, but you've got Yasmani Grandal. You got a few guys here. Elvis Andrus, he's got an 84. These are going to be a lot of like the Team Affinity henchman cards that you get. Like you got JBJ. They're not going to be super crazy, but they're cards that you can use on a season 1. It's just nice to see the UI. I think the UI looks good. Captains are back. The card art, it looks the same. They don't really change it that much every year, but they do have some good looking card art in this dev blog. Moving down, you've got core cards. Those continue to exist. The live series card art actually looks really good in my opinion. I don't know. It's just a nice fresh feel. And then be on the lookout for extra special core card collection rewards of legends and flashbacks, including a special launch collection featuring our MLB The Show 24 cover athlete, Vlad Jr. So Vlad Jr., core card, you'll be able to use him the entire year, and he is a core collection reward. So core collections are back. I think that's pretty cool. I think this card art looks sick. It's probably going to go on the thumbnail. I don't know. I think that looks sick. But wildcard slots is what I was talking about earlier. You get up to 4 wildcard slots this year. As you can see, Joe Mauer down here, who that looks to be probably a Team Affinity card or a collection card of some sort. He is eligible as a wild card, but you can get up to 4 of them. So 4 wild cards, I think, solves a lot of the issues, because if we're having a power creep and an overall creep in the game mode, and we're going up through the tiers, basically, if we're going up like that, the wild card slot kind of just covers you, because you're going to want to keep around some of the 91s, but we're going to be on to like 94s to 96s probably in the second season. So you might not care as much about a lot of the 91s. So it kind of works itself out as just natural team progression, which I do like. I'm just hoping they don't do a lot of repeat legends or a lot of repeat cards. Hoping that's all good and fixed. All right, next up, we've got the Cornerstone cards, which is going to be something that you receive at the beginning of the season. So you get, from my knowledge, you get one of these cards. You get to pick, do you want your Ghost Forkball? Do you want a dotting pitcher? Do you want Byron Buxton out in center? My pick, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, is going to be Byron Buxton, because I can get pitching. I can get infielders, but a good, like, 99 speed, covers all the ground you need kind of center fielder. You don't totally get that early in the year, so Byron Buxton, he'll be on the team. You get this for free. It's very similar to like the opening reward pack in Madden, if you guys have played that mode, or similar to how 2K used to do it. You would get like an opening card at the beginning of the season. That's kind of what they're going for here. Also, they've got a 5-pack seasonal starter bundle. I don't know what this specifically does. It is literally just 5 show packs. Okay, well, maybe if I open my eyes and read, I'd probably know. The Head Start rewards are back, so if you guys play out and you grind out each season, you'll get Head Start rewards for the next one. Pretty self-explanatory there. So, content schedule update. We know you're keen to shake up your lineup often. That's why this year in Diamond Dynasty, we're focusing on delivering impactful reward cards at a faster pace as each season unfolds. Typically run 12 weeks, approximately 3 months. Something to note about this, I think this reason this is the style they chose is exactly 3 months from the day this game comes out, NCAA 25 will be here. So they're doing this so they can be like, hey guys, we still exist. That's the reason they went with seasons this year. If you want it to be broken up for you, I know some people are going to be like, no, they had a good idea, man. And we're not leaving to go play college football. We don't even like that. This is going to be the biggest sports release drop in the history of sports video games. Their player base is going to get dismantled by it. So this is a good alternative to keep people playing their game. So that's probably why they did the seasons. Just to go ahead and throw that out there for you. But with new content drops gradually pushing the bar higher, each season contained, or each contained season until we reach those coveted 99s. So again, no 99s on day one. It's a power creep. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. Keeps me playing the entire year instead of for like 4 months. But while most of the game will follow the new gradual climb in overalls each season, there is one outlier. The Live Series collection. We know our fans love earning that sweet 99 core reward card once the collection is completed, so of course it's still a thing in 24. This reward will take a considerable amount of time and skill, so be prepared. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel. We'll have it done in 2 weeks without spending money. I got you guys covered. I promise you, I won't let you down. I got you guys covered. We'll get that card very quickly. You just got to follow along with me. But yeah, a saying that our development team has coined is, that it feels good to be bad and then get good. Anyways, I didn't know I was gonna read anything that corny today, but whatever. Sellable rewards. This was another huge one that we wanted to go over and be like, hey, this is a thing that needs to return to the game, and it has returned to the game. So here we are. We're happy. Ranked programs will feature sellable rewards, including a new exclusive program player reward for you to earn in ranked solo or co-op gameplay. That's cool. I like that. BR Flawless will start at 10-0 for the best reward pack, down from 12-0 requirements in the past years. Some people are complaining about this. I don't care. I don't care. I'm somebody who's gone 12-1 like 700 times. If it's 10-0, I'm going to go flawless, and people will be like, oh, it's not the old way of going flawless. Well, 12-0 is not even the old way of going flawless. The old way of going flawless was like 20-0. So, like, if you want to bring it down to like that and be like, you're not a good player because you only made it flawless as 10-0, oh well, I'm going to go flawless this year. I am a pretty good player. A lot of you have seen that. A lot of you will see that. But I'll go flawless this year if it's 10-0. But some people are going to complain and be like, it's not that tough because it's 10-0. I don't care. I don't care. They're making the game a little bit more ease into it. Events now last for 2 weeks, giving you more time to earn those rewards. That's cool-ish. Cool-ish. Still not in a great spot when it comes to events when there's no weekend league style of mode. Or true competitive style of mode, but events, I enjoy them. They're the easiest way to get into online play without the fear and the scare of getting into online play of like, I don't want to lose. Event games, man, you just load them up and lose, win, don't matter. It doesn't matter. But each week you get a free theme pack, including some theme drops. So you get a free pack. Some will be theme drops. Moving on, we've got where should you expect rewards? Set out to create a better balance of how players can earn rewards throughout Diamond Dynasty. We want players to enjoy the game their way and feel like their efforts are rightfully rewarded. If you're someone who focuses on multiplayer modes like ranked battle royale or events, you'll have the opportunity to earn higher rated rewards initially. That's pretty standard. If you complete the BR program, you'll have a 91. If you go flawless, you'll have a 91. If you complete the ranked program or make World Series, you'll have a 91. Events, I don't know how they're going to do that. Maybe it'll be 89s to 90s because the event cards are usually a little bit lower than the top end, but that's how they're doing it. I think that's cool. We've got more team affinity than ever before. Chapter 1 at launch. You got Chapter 2 in mid-April. Chapter 3 in May. 30 new player cards, one from each MLB team with each new team affinity chapter. That is great. And on top of that, you get more packs, more uniforms, more whatever they put in the path. So that's awesome. We got Brian Dozier here, who's going to be a team affinity card. That's pretty cool. He'll be in there at launch. I don't know a ton about Brian Dozier, but this is the stuff that I was excited about. The early game stats: 72 contact, 81 contact, 89 101. Man's got 57 clutch. Like, it's going to be tougher in the early game. I like that. I miss that. I desperately miss that about this game. Defensively, he's not super just jacked. I love that. And we've got Vlad Guerrero. They brought the Takashi card art back, which I do like. Also, I do like the UI of everything, but I can already tell when I'm playing this game at like 1 in the morning working on a video or something, I'm going to get flashbanged sitting in my dark bedroom. Because I've got one curtain there, one curtain there. There's going to be absolutely no light, no street lights, nothing coming into the room. I literally put my other lights on just minimum, and I sit here in the darkness like a sad person. I'm going to get flashbanged by this UI. But it looks fine. I think it looks better than the blue that we were working with. Those legends, though, are 89 in Chapter 1 at launch, and I think Chapter 2 will probably be 90s, 91, somewhere in there. And then the next one will follow up with an overall to 2 overall bump. But we've got Q&A. As mentioned previously, there are now 3 chapter content drops per season, 6 division programs each, but progressing through these programs in past years. That was to answer this. Will I have to play specific modes to earn team affinity rewards? Our goal is to add enough team affinity content to every chapter and let you choose your own path in Diamond Dynasty. It's pretty much the same as the past years, but it wants to be a little bit different throughout the year. We'll kind of see how that goes. You can at least do them online now, so I think that does play into it. Repeatable ways to earn Team Affinity progress. The Team Affinity vouchers are back, so that is a good thing. Love to see that. You can play anywhere in Diamond Dynasty to earn Team Affinity progress. Here you go. That is always nice. But we've got pretty much closing it out. Play your way, however you choose to play Diamond Dynasty. Blah 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 blah. We can't wait for you to experience the new exciting changes, and your feature premiere will be on March 14th at 3 p.m. But before you go, we want to send a huge shout out to everyone in the MLB show community. Your passion shines. How sweet of you, Ramon. And then we've got a card that could be a live. It actually has the season 1 up there, so it's not going to be live series. But comment down below, who do you think this card is? My guess is Frank Robinson. Because he looks like a lefty, and I think Frank Robinson was a lefty. I might be so wrong. I wasn't alive when Frank Robinson played, so don't kill me in the comment section. But my guess is Frank Robinson. I've seen a lot of people saying Willie Mays, but this looks like a lefty. Yeah, that looks like a lefty. I mean, that looks like he's holding a bat right there. If you're following along with me, I think he's holding a bat. But how are we going to close this out? How are we going to talk about this? So, did they give me everything that I want as a content person? Yes, they did, actually. I want to know what you guys think down below about how they did with, you know, the new game. How are you a fan of how the Diamond Dynasty style looks? Me personally, I think it's a great way to implement the old system that they had last year that had a lot of issues, but implement the even older system that was great and try and conjoin them together and see if they work and see if they mesh. I can respect them for trying to make it different, even if it doesn't turn out great, but I think it's going to, because I think the biggest thing for a lot of us, not just people who make content like myself, but people who were just playing the game casually, is every card felt the same. Seeing teams like this go into online ranked past 300 rated is refreshing, because it shows the actual grind behind it. Like, hey, I'm just playing with what I got. I have to strategically build my lineup. Like Cedric Mullins being the left-handed bat, he provides, you know, good speed, but he's lacking in arm strength, and he might be lacking versus lefties. Lourdes Gurriel, he might be a great bat, contact and power wise, but he might be a subpar defender, not be super fast. Lane Thomas, he's going to be super fast, but he might be lacking on the bat. Same with Mitch Garver. As you can see right here, he's not a good defensive catcher, but he can hit a little bit for a silver card. That's the stuff I miss about this game, is just the strategy in team building. So they really fixed everything that I wanted. Did I want them to do seasons? No, I didn't want them to do seasons. But I am happy with the way that they have mapped out the seasons, and I think it's actually going to be a pretty good year. Again, leave in the comments down below what you think about that. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me. Just a little shout to myself real quick. We do have an NCAA channel, or a EA Sports College Football 25 channel, whatever you want to call it. We do upload on there pretty much weekly now is what we're going for. That's what we're shooting for. So if you'd consider subscribing to that channel, it will be linked down in the description. But I'm hoping for a good year in MLB The Show 24. As always, comment your thoughts down below. Have a good one, and I'm out.